Excuse me. I'm going to go over this pre-market for November 28th. I'm going to give it a minute for some people to join in the stream here before I get started. So sit back, relax, get your coffee. Start this up here in just a few moments. All right. Let's have a look here at TM. TM this morning. No news. No news this morning on TM. Pre-market price action looks okay. It's gapped up and it's staying up within the better portion of that gap. So this is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Looks like we have some support here at 140. Pre-market high of 189. Looks like from 190 there, or $2, from $2 up to 231, there's potential. $260. Above that, $260. Above that, quite a bit of potential up to $375. On TM, it's on the list already. Okay, so definitely want to keep an eye on TM. More interesting above $1.90 up here to 230, and definitely from 260 to 373. If it gets up that high today, I don't know. We'll definitely want to put an alert here. Even if it doesn't trigger for a couple weeks or whenever it triggers, there's a nice window there above 260 up to 373. Moving on, EGLT. EGLT, as we know, doesn't have a history really of doing much of anything. It ran up here a few days ago and gave back every bit of its gains. Gapped up the following day, went up really high and gave back every bit of it. So I don't really expect much out of this ticker, EGLT. There's moving averages here at 240. Pre-market high was aftermarket last night at $1.60. There's currently a big wall of resistance at $1.60. Pre-market chart looks not great. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There's support here at $1.30. Let's see, it's gapped up from $1.20 all the way to $1.60 and back down to what is it right now, $1.37. So not the greatest. They did have news, phase 3 primary endpoints met, which is a really good catalyst. So I mean, we'll definitely want to keep an eye on this one. There's potential there from 160. There's a gap from 160 up to 240. So set an alert from 160 and up. Okay, it's on my list. NEPT. Investor conference in New York today. I don't really like conferences too much. Sell the news, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. So I would expect this to go down today. off that conference. But it does have a great daily chart. It's currently, looks like it's at a 52-week high. I believe this is a yearly chart. Yes, this is a year. So the high yesterday was the 52-week high at $1.55. It's gapped above that already. Not much volume this morning. No volume at all, really. Not gonna put it on my list. I will set an alert above pre-market though. If that triggers, then it'll go on my radar, but on my list. IDIS has a little history here of running recently and giving back all of its gains and selling off when it does gap up. So be very careful there. Quick in and out, take your profits. Pre-market high last night at 315. No activity this morning, only 22,000 shares of volume today. There is a potential gap from 350 to 449, so I will want to set an alert above 355. I'll set an alert above this pre-market as well, just to put an eye on it if it starts becoming active today. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Good morning, PDT. Good morning. I see you there. Okay, so IDIS is on my list already. VKTX has news this morning. They're up 18%. Their drug shows statistically significant increase in lean body mass for hip fracture patients. They have a decent looking daily chart. Looks like they give back some of their gains, but it doesn't look like they give back a lot of them. Sales down quite a bit as well. I would still be careful with this one. Not much activity this morning in the pre-market. High last night at 356, which is let's back this up. Okay, so that's a 52-week high. Everything above this here is all psychological. Projection pivots show this in an uptrend with resistance here all the way up. Obviously there's going to be 10-cent stops psychological on this. I don't like the pre-market activity really. It's gapped up from $3 to $3.50 and it's back down at $3.16, so this doesn't look too promising, honestly. I'll set an alert above 356. It's still going on my list, but I probably won't pay too much attention to it. EXO. Everybody loves EXO here recently. Let's see here. So pre-market high is at 325. There's a little bit of potential here from 350 up to 462. I'll set an alert above 350. Above 350. Price action yesterday was kind of sideways here. I mean, it ran up this yesterday morning and then went sideways all day. It's dropped after hours and is now up back around where it closed last night. There is no news. Not going to put it on my list. It's not going on my list. What up, Gardock? I see you there. Cool. Oh, what a disgusting looking chart, huh? Look at this. Gives back all of its gains, sells off, gives back its gains, gives back its gains. They received patent covering their cell separation this morning. Patent news this morning. Issuance of second cellular processing patent. Pre-market high of 450. There's quite a bit of potential from 475 up to 644. I would set an alert there. It's on my list. APEN. Oh, this is horrible. What's the news today? News today. FDA clearance. FDA news this morning. Nice looking pre-market chart. Have a high 595. Potential there to 780. It has these moving averages here, so more likely $7 to 730. I will set an alert above the pre-market high. APEN, I will add this to my list. OTI is a huge gap to fill from the $5.86 up to $20. Huge gap. There's a moving average here, so potential price target 1057 above 620 to 1057. Set an alert. Definitely set an alert. That's a huge gap. Lots of potential. They have news this morning. I don't see any news. Still going to put it on my list. Huge gap. Not a whole lot of volume this morning. ARDX. No activity. Huge gap to fill from 880s up to $12. Currently it's down here 650. There's moving averages here to hold it down 728. So really from 650 to 730 potential. Post market high 665. I'll set an alert above. I'm not going to put it on my list though. It's not going to make it. SRAX is going to start paying a dividend in cryptocurrency. That might get a little hype today. Not 100% sure about that. High of 780. All psychological above that. I'll set an alert above. It's already on my list. I definitely like the pre-market chart. Looks like we have some support here at 682. XIN, this was a trade yesterday. It had a nice run yesterday. Pre-market high of 688. Everything above that, psychological. Trending here, support. Looks like it tested under it a little bit. Current price is below. Pullback could occur in the 640s for a dip buy. Set an alert. It's not going on my list. It doesn't have any news this morning. Not a lot of activity. So DCIX. Everybody's familiar with this. Looks like it's selling down. That'll pop up if something happens. Hemini. Not much activity this morning. Quite a bit of resistance here. You guys know this has a little bit of potential on it. It'll probably be restricted, so it won't go on my list. SFIX. No news. Did Hemini have any news? No news on Hemini. Gapping down this morning. Ears, PTIN or PTN, MICT, DPW. basically everything we traded yesterday is going down today. Momo missed their earnings this morning, and they're going down. But that takes care of the TOS gapper list. Let's look at trade ideas. CMC 22.99. Wow, look at this. Very crazy looking chart, huh? No news. Don't like it too much. CBK. Oh, geez, what happens? Alright, CBK gapping up quite a bit post-market. Looks like they did earnings this morning. I don't know if it's great. It doesn't look great. Lots of resistance here on the way up. Nice gap up here though. $1.71 up to $2. 30-cent potential. Set an alert there. Not going on my list. Did that one, did that one. AQMS. No activity. No news. Horrible chart. Next. Craig's gapping up this morning. You guys are familiar with that. Let's have a look, shall we? Craig. Amazing. 938 high. Potential from 702 to 9. Potential from 536 to 7. From 472 to 536. From 357 to 472. That's where we'll set an alert. We will set an alert there. I think it's close to that right now. Pre-market 293. So from $3 to 357, there's potential. From 357 to 472 is a great area to watch it this morning. I'll put it on my list. No activity this morning, but you guys know this is a low float with a history of running big. So set an alert, put it on your list. Just in cases, right? Did that one, did that one. Buffalo Wild Wings is getting bought out by Arby's this morning. OTIC, we did that. MICT. JMEI. Roku had a nice run yesterday. Riot's gapping up. As you guys know, Bitcoin's about to hit 10K right now if it hasn't already. It's about to. Cryptocurrencies have a conference tomorrow morning.